For decades, humanity dreamed of a reusable spacecraft that could travel to orbit and return like an airplane. That dream became reality on April 12, 1981, when Space Shuttle Columbia roared off the launch pad at Kennedy Space Center, carrying astronauts John Young and Robert Crippen into history. The Space Shuttle program was born from a vision NASA developed in the early 1970s, following the triumphant Apollo missions. The goal was ambitious yet practical: build a spacecraft that could be launched repeatedly, reducing the cost of reaching orbit and making space more accessible than ever before. Congress approved the program in 1972, and for nearly a decade, thousands of engineers, scientists, and technicians worked tirelessly to bring this revolutionary machine to life. The shuttle itself was a marvel of engineering, consisting of three main components: the orbiter, an external fuel tank, and two solid rocket boosters. Unlike the disposable rockets of the Apollo era, the orbiter and boosters were designed to be recovered and reused, representing a fundamental shift in how humanity approached space travel. Following Columbia's successful debut, NASA expanded its fleet with 4 additional orbiters: Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis, and eventually Endeavour. Throughout the 1980s, the shuttle program gained remarkable momentum, completing mission after mission with growing confidence. The shuttles deployed critical satellites, conducted scientific experiments in microgravity, and demonstrated that humans could live and work productively in space for extended periods. One of the program's most celebrated achievements came in April 1990, when Discovery deployed the Hubble Space Telescope, an instrument that would forever transform our understanding of the universe. The shuttle also became a symbol of international cooperation, carrying astronauts from dozens of nations and later serving as the primary vehicle for constructing the International Space Station, a project involving 16 countries working together toward a shared scientific vision. Between 1981 and 2011, 135 missions were flown, accumulating an extraordinary legacy of scientific discovery and technological achievement that no single mission could fully represent. However, the program's history cannot be told without acknowledging its darkest chapters. On January 28, 1986, just 73 seconds after liftoff, Challenger broke apart over the Atlantic Ocean, killing all 7 crew members aboard, including schoolteacher Krista McAuliffe, who had been selected to become the first civilian in space. The cause was traced to a failed O-ring seal in one of the solid rocket boosters, which allowed hot gases to escape and destroy the vehicle. The nation mourned deeply, and the shuttle program was grounded for nearly 3 years while NASA undertook sweeping safety reforms. Then, on February 1, 2003, tragedy struck again. Columbia disintegrated during re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, claiming the lives of all 7 astronauts aboard. Investigators determined that a piece of foam insulation had broken off during launch and damaged the orbiter's heat shield, leaving it vulnerable to the extreme temperatures of re-entry. These 2 disasters claimed 14 lives and forced NASA to fundamentally reconsider how it managed risk, communication, and organizational culture within the agency. Despite these heartbreaking losses, the shuttle program pressed forward, driven by the dedication of thousands of NASA employees and the courage of astronauts who understood the risks and chose to fly anyway. The program's contributions to science, technology, and international cooperation remain unparalleled. Hubble was not only deployed but serviced 5 times by shuttle crews, transforming a flawed telescope into one of humanity's greatest scientific instruments. The International Space Station, assembled piece by piece over more than a decade of shuttle missions, stands today as the most complex structure ever built in space, a permanent human outpost orbiting Earth at approximately 250 miles above the surface. On July 8, 2011, Atlantis lifted off on mission STS-135, the final flight of the Space Shuttle program. When Atlantis touched down on July 21, 2011, an era quietly came to an end. The shuttles now rest in museums across the United States, monuments to human ingenuity, sacrifice, and an unrelenting desire to reach beyond our world. The program proved that space exploration is neither simple nor safe, but always profoundly worth pursuing.